In the commentary box, it is me, myself, and I, Romeo Romaric, alongside the former national team player, Bob Ashil. And the first ball, it's a dot. She tried to get off the mark, but there was nowhere to run. It's in the air, but a misfield again, and they managed to get a quick single, and the star is off the mark. 2 runs, 2 quick runs. 2 quick runs. Their eyes are on, eyes on the ball. They miss, you run. And she drives it to the extra covers. And it's nowhere to pass, straight to a fielder. Another one, she tries. Yeah, and Alice Ikuzwe tries to play the ball, but she missed it. She drives it towards the mid-off, and it's going for a 4. Goes for a boundary. Goes for a boundary. That's the first boundary of the innings from Alice Ikuzwe. And I'm joined by the legend, Martin Suji, and the technical director of the ongoing Kwibuka T20 Tournament, as well as the Rwanda cricket as well, as a whole. Yeah, welcome, Martin.
Thank you very much, Romeo. Brazil playing against Rwanda. We've had a debut. It's one of us. It's one of the Rwandan players coming in to make her debut by the name of Clarice, bringing in a left-hand dimension. I think this is the first left-hander to play for the Rwandan team. Second over, Sarah to face. It's driven past mid-wicket area for a single. Back to the keeper. As I was saying, there's a lot of debuts here today. Brazil playing Rwanda for the first time, and that is also a debut on its own. Kwibuka has brought teams from the different diversities of the world. As I said earlier on, 3 continents, 1 cup, 1 nation. At the end of this will only have 1 winner. If you look at the cultures here, in here, the Brazils brings the samba. The Rwandans, Bob, is what do they bring? Amalava. Interesting culture, diversity has been brought together. Alice plays a flick shot and they go for 2 runs as Alice rotates the strike very well down to deep square leg for 2 runs. As I said, it's very interesting for these games. These girls bring coming together. And Alice on the right. Alice plays on the top to extra cover for a boundary. The score is 16, and this is the 3rd over being bowled. Second over, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Going for 2 wides there, down leg, extra runs, small runs for Rwanda. As I said, I mean the diversity into the game, bringing the language of Portuguese into the mix, into the Kenya-Rwanda. Right, I mean the Rwandans, I mean they need to come back after playing their neighbors, yesterday, Uganda, and losing the game. So they need to, redeem themselves by playing well in this game. We're looking forward for them to capitalize on the experience that they've had, over the years of this Kwibuka. Yes, leaving us from the commentary box is Janet Bambazi. Thank you very much for being with us.
Very good start from Team Rwanda. 21 the first 2 overs. The 3rd over, oh, she tries to hit it, but she missed it, and the Brazilians appealed, thinking it's a caught behind, but unfortunately it wasn't, and the batter stays in. And Lenata de Sousa bowling the 3rd over. Oh, another miss. Seems the bowler might be using a lot of variations to confuse the batter. Yeah, and it is working for her. She's missing the balls. Let's see. And she manages to use the wrist, and it worked. And she managed to rotate the strike. And now it's Alice Ikuzwe facing. Oh, and that is likely to be leg by. They made a single. Yes, 2 leg buys of the last delivery, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd over. And the score on board is 25 in the first 3 overs. A very good start for Team Rwanda. Point of correction, the score is 23 in the first 3 overs for no loss. And Monteilo Nicole coming to bowl her 2nd over from the pavilion's end. And Sarah, the ex-national team captain, who's also an opening batter and sometimes wicket keeper for the team. Yeah, she blocks another one. The non-striker feels like they should have run, but Sarah on strike says no. So Alice had to run back to her crease before she gets run out. Nicole having a good comeback. Oh, and that goes. Looks like leg by, and it has been stopped from the rope before it crosses. And yeah, it was played. And that's a hit. That's in the air over mid-on, and it goes through, and it passes the ropes. Yeah, that's a 4. That's a 4 from Sarah. Good piece of cricket. Good piece of batting from Sarah. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait after stopping many balls from the same bowler, Nicole. Yeah, that's a yorker. That's a yorker. You gotta be careful with that ball. You can easily get out. And that brings us to the end of the 4th over. The score is 28. So that's a rate of 7 runs and over.
मारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है। अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फौरन कैसे जाएंगे। फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम
As they can, as the earlier is always the better. But let's see. Coming on, a new bowler, Maria Eduarda, coming from the banana plantation end. So she decided to she's replacing Renata de Souza, pace bowler, Maria Eduarda, and Alice on strike. She tried to play it, but she couldn't connect on time, and they couldn't make a run. Yeah, Brazilians appeal as if it was a caught behind, but the sound was in the bat and the ball. Alice is wondering what the bowler might do next after almost getting her out. But let's see what Ribeiro has to offer. Oh, that's a dead ball. We like saying good decision, but let's see whether it's good really. Depends on the delivery and the batter as well. The batter's reactions. Yeah, that's a good ball on the leg side. Yeah, the new bowler seems to be doing a good job for the captain. First 4 balls are dots. Let's see the last 2 of the 5th over. Welcome, Bob. I hope you enjoyed your lunch.
Thank you, Romeo.
And Alice plays it straight to the mid-off, but it couldn't go any further. Straight to the fielder. If she tried to run, she would be putting herself in danger, literally.
Romeo, as you can see, Rwanda has come out with good intentions. It's a good comeback from yesterday's loss. If they can keep up the rate and pace, Alice looks very positive. Good shot there from Alice.
Very good over from Maria Eduarda. They could only manage to get 1 run, and that brings down the run rate. Yeah, Rwanda, they were going at 7 runs per over, but now it's going close to 6, slightly less than 6. And there is no change from the pavilion end. It is Nicole Montello who's coming to board her 3rd over. And it's Alice Ikuzwe who's on strike. She tries to hit it through the between the covers and point, and Sarah manages to get a single, second single in the over. Team Rwanda needs to keep protecting the strike, otherwise the run rate will keep dropping. That's an edge, and the non-striker made a good call. She could reach there before before the ball gets back on the wicket, and that's a third single in the over. Looks to be a new strategy for Team Rwanda.
I think today, if you look at it's the Rwandan approach, it's quite positive with a lot of follow through on the bat. I think there's a lot of freedom here, which is very, very good to see. And the ball contact has been also very good. The positive also from the Brazilians, they've backed up themselves. They're trying to stop every single ball that comes to them, which is a very, very good thing to see. Something also they're doing very well is change of over. They're really, really running to their positions very quickly, trying to maintain the over rates so that they don't use past 75 minutes to finish the first innings, which is a very positive, which is a very, very good thing to see. Coming from North America to Africa, it's something very pleasing that they want to come and learn cricket, how it's played on this part of the world. Very, very positive approach for their, cricket education and learning how to play the game. And if they can pick something from here back home, I'm sure it will be very, very positive for them. So looking a few years ago, this is where Rwanda was. And of course, looking at now, Rwanda can see where they came from and where they are. Good energy from the bowler. She hit the wicket, and the outcome was a chance behind the wicket, but it was too fine. And they're bowling without a third. I don't know if it's ladies cricket, Bob. Do you say, third man, or what do you say here? It is, of course, ladies cricket. So do you say third man, or what do you think, Bob?
There. Martin, I think I can call that a long stop. Alice is out. That's Omar Katia coming into bat at number 3. One of the more Rwandan team. That was a very good comeback from the bowler after being hit for a 4. She comes back with a wicket straight away. Katia is off the mark straight away through third man. They get 2 runs comfortably. Good run there. And good fielding there from the Brazilians. You could see they are running in pairs. Straight down the ground. That's some good piece of fielding there. Katia Uwamahoro. You can see the message. Saying the positivity from the Rwandan side.
Yeah, Bob, you're very right. I think there's a lot of freedom today. There's a lot of ball hitting. There's a lot of positivity. They are rotating the strike. They're running at anything and everything that they, whenever opportunity arises. And you can see now they're taking the pressure to the opposition, which is quite positive. They're playing with a lot of freedom today. Maybe first game there was a bit of anxiety there, but it's important to play each and every game, yes, with a lot of freedom. Talking to the Brazilian captain yesterday is Roberta. She told me that they're here to learn and they're here to play good cricket. On the pavilion end, there's a change of bowling to Lala Moise. There's a lot of aggression here today, which is very, very good. And if Rwanda can continue playing with this process, I'm sure they'll end up playing in the finals on the 18th.
You can see like she's now positive. She's going for the shots, which she didn't do like in the previous games. She was the one playing. Good shot there from Katia through covers. There's work to be done in the deep. Good fielding by Monterio. That's a very good piece of fielding by Monterio. But they managed to steal another run. That's 3 runs. Good running from Rwanda. That's a good wake-up ball. As I was saying, Martin, you can see the strike rate of all the batters is short ball played on the back. Good cricket all round. Good fielding, good batting by Sarah there. Martin, I was saying, when you look at the strike rate, they're all up. No one is below 100. Which is something very good moving forward. You You can see the coaching. Lovely shot from Sarah there. Good use of feet. Oh, that's a wicket. She's been stumped. Good. Very good behind the stumps.
We talked about skills this morning, Bob, and remember we shared about the wicket keeping skills, and that's just one of the, I mean, the Dhoni stampings there, Bob, and it's important. It's very nice to see it coming from a Brazilian background, and I mean the keeper doing the right thing, and I think that is very, very good from the keeper's perspective as a whole, and it's giving Brazil their second wicket. 2 for 54 in 7. In cricket they say when the run rate climbs, even the weekend column also changes. You never go away from it. The next batter is Giselle Ishimwe.
Swing and a miss there from Giselle. Martin, we talked about the game yesterday. At this stage now, this is where Rwanda has to build a partnership there between these two, Katia and Giselle. Good shot there to get off the mark. This is where they have to build partnerships between these two. Keep pushing, keep pushing. They've lost 2 wickets now. The opening pair is out. We saw yesterday the middle order didn't click. Now is the time to make it up. It's a swing and a miss again. Good piece of bowling there. One run there. That was a short ball, but kept low. She manages to get a single there. Lovely, lovely cricket, lovely cricket. Good batting there by Katia. That's the end of the 9th over. The score is 58 for the loss of 2 wickets. You can see Brazilians have managed to pull things back. Laura coming in to bowl her second over from the pavilion end to the new batter Giselle. Good ball there. They get a single. If they can keep rotating the strike like this and wait for the loose balls to be punished, I think they can reach to a comfortable total in the end. They just have to keep wickets in hand and build more partnerships. That's a lovely shot down the track at here. Giselle says no. They only take the single. Good call by Giselle. That's a run out. That's a run out on the non-striker's end. Unlucky for Katia. There walks in the captain Diane Bimenyimana. We saw yesterday's game, there was a run out like that.
Yeah, some good piece of batting from Giselle. Rwanda losing quick wickets. And Giselle is joined by the team captain, her captain, Diane. And Lara Moise, still the one with the ball. 2 balls to deliver to come to the end of the 10th over. And she goes again. It's in the air towards the cow corner, which is the longest end. So it's harder to get a boundary off that side. It's a longer boundary, but she just wants to go all the way. Oh, and she cuts it. She cuts it and she tries to get a gap between point and extra cover. And she manages to get a single as the point fielder could easily get to the ball and hinder the running in between wickets.
ये पक्का अब सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है, आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
As you're saying there, Romeo, this is a game that AS Rwanda should get back to its grooves. With the experience, it is important for them to show this experience as they lose, Giselle for 9 runs, playing across the line there, trying to sweep a full ball and getting out. Yes, LVW. The next batter, she's our fire break representative in Dubai in the last concluded fire break tournament, Henriette Ishimwe, who played very well in that tournament, coming in at number 5, yes, replacing Giselle Ishimwe. Yes, they are not sisters by the name of Ishimwe, but they are very, very good friends. They stay in one area called Ndera, and they share a lot from their childhood to their, development of cricket until now that they are playing for the national team.
Yeah, and that is Ariette getting off the mark before the captain faces any ball. Now it's the captain facing her first ball of the innings. And she makes the wrist work and she plays it towards the fine leg, and they managed to make two runs. Those were 2 quick singles, and she's also off the mark. So let's see what this partnership can put on board. She tries to glance again, but it hits the foot, and the Brazilians appeal, but it was missing off. Yeah, Harriet looks too aggressive, and she's very confident the ball was gonna pass by the fielder, and she has started running already, and she had to meet the captain halfway so that they are both safe. And that brings us to the end of the 11th over. The score is 72 runs. 72 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. And Rara Moise comes back on to bowl her 3rd over.
I like the change of pace here, the trajectory change, bowling just above the eye level, which makes it very, very difficult for a batter to pick. Good shot, very well driven, very good fielding, very committed captain there. It's either me or the ball. As earlier on, I was talking to the former captain, one of Rwanda's explosive batsmen, Bob Songa Bashir, who used to play the extra cover shot. That's was good running. As they hit the sweeper, very, very good running. As I was saying before, the extra cover shot that Bob Songa used to play with a lot of ease, which fetched him tons and tons of runs. Yes, when he was at the top of his cricket. Such shots are not very easy to play, but it was, of course, it was nice to see Dian playing a drive shot towards that area of extra cover. Those are good skills that we are seeing in this game today.
Beautiful piece of cricket, and it goes for 4 all the way through the extra covers.
Again, they are talking about the cover region. That is really, really coming into contest here. It's one of our main topic this afternoon, and you can see the girls playing it very, very well. That's another good running. It's good athleticism from the Rwandan girls, taking singles, taking doubles when the ball is hit on the boundary. Those are good skills, shows good preparation, good running, good calling, good skills of running in between.
Yeah, Rwanda had a good start, but for the last 5 overs, they have only managed to get 30 runs and the loss of 3 wickets, which is big. In losing 3 wickets in just 5 overs, the strike rate is good, the run rate is good, 6 runs and over, but the loss of wickets, it's not a good part of the scoring. But they look positive. They are hitting the ball, trying to hit it hard, and they score some runs, either running in between wickets or chasing the boundaries.
That shot, glorious shot, down on one bended knee to deep fine leg.
And Lara Moise looks to be on a mission as she finishes her spell. And they're aggressive, it's in there. Yeah, but on mid off, long off, there was a fielder who was at 45. The ball couldn't go past her. It's Nicole. And that's a wide ball, the captain facing. I'm not sure what Rara Moise is trying to do, knowing that she's bowling to the captain, the opposing captain. But let's see. And it goes in there towards mid off. But long off is there. Not to let any ball pass by her. Same shot, the same fielder. The last three deliveries were being played the same way. Same fielder to stop the ball. And the same result. So let's see how she finishes her spell. Oh. And Rola Moise comes to the end of her spell. And she only managed to get 1 wicket. And with an economy of 7 runs.
भारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है। अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फॉरेन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
And it's Ishimwe Aliet. Ishimwe Aliet on strike. And she's opening up. If you look at the stance, she's ready to hit that ball, depending on where they bounce it. Okay, she goes to try to drive it, but there's a fielder. The captain herself, Roberta. Good piece of batting from Diane, the captain, and going straight to the point fielder, but she could still get a single. Yeah, and Ariet plays the ball straight back to the field to the bowler, but it passed still, and they could still get a single. Nicole is back on to finish her spell as well. She opened bowling alongside Lenata.
Projection score here, 30 balls to go. They normally say 30 balls, 50 runs. I think in women cricket, 30 balls, 40 runs, so the projected score is 130 to 140. Brazil have really backed their fielding, body and soul behind the ball. And their field placing is quite interesting, having a square extra cover and a deep mid-off, which makes it, and they're bowling full, they're bowling the lines that their fielders are, which is something that it is important for us to see how they are protecting the boundary at all time. There's a good connection here between the bowler and the batter. If you look at the technical bench, they are the only technical bench with an analyst that have analyzed players, and as you can see the effect from analysts analyzing the game, analyzing players, and these are the technical part of the game that is very important for development of the game and the development of players. Renata coming back. Diane playing a back foot drive through cover point for 4. It's a very well delicately played shot down to the boundary for 4 runs. And also just to thank Brazil for going for a community work. When they came in Rwanda, they said that they want to see where cricket began in Rwanda and how good shot again there by Diane through extra cover for a single to rotate the strike. They say after every boundary you get a single, which is a very good strategy towards your batting.
Very good shot there, Martin, from Ariette through covers. And that's the end of the 17th over. The score is 103 for 4. Martin, this is where now Rwanda, they have to increase. This is where in these overs they have to go for 10 and over to reach the 130, 135 score, which looks
Yeah, well said there, Bob. As we saw the morning game, the finishing power, finishing the inning, taking the game into the depth. It's very, very important that you have, the right batters to bat in the last overs, whereby they can launch. And when they launch, they should launch hard, so that they get those extra runs to take the game away from the opposition.
a very good ball there in the block hole. Good shot there, good shot there. That's great bowling from the Brazilians and fielding. Martin, this is where, as a batter, you have to bring what you know. Good shot there, just a flick. It races away to the boundary. That's a very good shot from Ariette.
Yeah, very true there, Bob. For me, it's just staying still and watching the ball and picking the line of the ball and hitting through the line of the ball. It's never too complicated.
Nothing is passing through her. She's putting her for her team. Ten. Passing through Monterio. Good shot again. Same fielder. Oh, she misfield. They managed to run there.
I think the Brazilians, they've done so well on the field. If I look at the runs that they've stopped every over, they've stopped an extra run. And if you've bowled 16 overs, those are 16 singles they've saved. If you could add that to the score, give the score a very healthy look.
Martin. But the energy in the field is very hot, by the way, but you can see the energy. This shows you how much this tournament of Kwibuka, them being here, it means a lot to them.
Very, very true, Bob, as you said that they're enjoying themselves, and as I was saying earlier on, they came to enjoy themselves and just experience what Africa has got to offer in terms of cricket.
Love. There's a flick there on the leg side. Unfortunately, it's Monterio again. Looks like Monterio is all over the whole field. From the Brits, they have really managed to, at some stage, the score looked as if they're going to score 135 or 130. Last over. Then the captain is facing it. The score is 116 for 4. She starts it with the wide down the leg. That was good thinking though from the bowler. She saw her coming and then she bowled a slow one. Diane there lost her shape when she was playing that shot. And she exposed all her 3 stumps. Great bowling from Brazil.
Brazil getting the wicket of Rwandan captain. The debutant is in. It's normally something very, very special when you make your debut for your country. And to make a debut with only 5 balls to come makes it a gem. Opportunities don't come, but if you prepare for them, they come calling. Let's see what the debutant will do for the next 5 balls. Bob, 5 sixes from the debutant.
Shot.
That is the first run for Clarice in her international career. So the strike rate there is 100%.
Yeah, sure,
Bob.
Martin.
Yeah, it's 100%, yes.
Very good ball there. Very good ball there. It's very rare in T20 cricket to see a free hit being. That's good running there. Very.
We talk of awareness there. We talk of awareness. Every ball is a run. Those are runs that win you games. T20, the margin is very, very slim, very, very small. If there's an even opportunity to win with half a run, it would be. But a run is very, very important. It makes a difference in T20. Every run is valuable. Another extra, as we spoke before, Clarice brings a dimension of something different into the mix of cricket. Having a left-hander, bowling to a left-hander is not easy. I mean, yes, did you ever bowl to a left-hander?
As I was
Last ball to be faced by Vumilia Margaret, the new batsman for Team Rwanda. Last ball of the innings coming from Maria Eduarda as she finishes her spell as well. And she hits it to mid-on and she manages to get a single. And that brings us to the end of the innings. 124 and the target is 125 for Brazilians to secure their first win in Africa, especially in Rwanda. Yeah, good piece of cricket. The current rate was 6.2 and over. And it's time for Brazil to show what they got with the bat. And Rwanda as the hosts.
माप जाने देंगे इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फौरन कैसे जाएंगे
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
ये पक्का अब सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है, आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे मैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
njye nubwo ndakubwira ugoswe gato.
Back on, yes. We are back on. We are at the beginning of the second innings, and we have Daniela Stadon and Evelyn de Souza, who are the opening batters for Brazil. And it's Muhawe Nimana Immaculate who just bowled the first over. And Brazil managed to get 5 runs off the first over. And here comes the second. So the required run rate is 6.3 and the current is 5 as per the first over. And the Rwandan captain preferred to have the third man and the fine leg. She knows what her bowlers bowl. And yeah, I'm joined by Martin Suji, the technical director for the ongoing tournament as well as Rwanda cricket. Yeah, so Martin, how do you see the start of the second innings?
Yeah, thank you very much, Romeo, for the intro. Well, we are here to see the game grow. We are here to enjoy the game as well. As you look at the game going on here, it's about enjoying the game and having fun. Second innings, 124 to defend or 124 to get, whichever way as you look at it. Cricket is on the forefront. Opening the bowling is a youngster, it's Belize under 19 bowler. who she's coming in to open the bowling for Rwanda, bowling the second over. Play down third man for a single, and as we saw in the morning, this wicket, if you hit a top of off, you're in business, and that is what Belize is trying to execute. The Brazilians this afternoon, they exhibited an energetic fielding skills, body behind the ball, backing up themselves and enjoying the game.
That's those are 5 wides. 5 wides. The ball's fast and the keeper couldn't manage to stop it. And that's the first boundary of the innings, not off the bat.
As Brazil is making its debut to the Kwibuka Tournament, they have expectation of seeing other countries and learning from them, which is a very, very positive attitude that they have, to build a game. To build a game, you have to go and reach out, and they've reached out to Kwibuka. That's the line that you need to hit on this wicket. Anything on the leg stump, down leg, you're giving the batsman, the batter, a chance. If you hit 3/4 line, top of off, you keep on asking questions. And that's where the batters can make mistakes. And it is a bowler's game. Let me see how many viewers are watching this game.
It must be less compared to the morning.
And we're at the end of the second over, and the score on board is 12 runs for no loss. It's more or less the same required and current rate. So if they play still at the same pace, they are likely to chase the score. And for Team Rwanda, all they need is just to take wickets and to catch all the catches, as catches win matches. So that's the simplest thing they can do, and definitely having the minimum number of boundaries throughout the over, throughout the innings.
I also want to thank the social media, the people who have been engaged in the social media throughout this tournament. In the morning, Kenya, Uganda, we had over 2,500 viewers. From where we are, we thank you for joining us. It's Nigeria, Germany, total viewers is 1,237. We don't take it for granted. We thank you for being with us. Feel it, join it. And now, Brazil, it's Rwanda. The viewership is 699. The live viewers is 116. Social media has its best.
Wow, first wicket for Team Rwanda from the new bowler from the banana plantation and Josiane Nyinanghundineza. She just bowled out Daniela Stadon. Yeah, like Martin was saying, social media does wonders indeed. And we can only blame it on technology. Technology, you can still follow, you can know what's happening across borders, overseas. I'm sure the Brazilians who are following, they should be happy for their country being represented in Africa, and I hope they represent well. And we welcome them every year. We have this kind of league in this time of the year, and it's an annual thing. We should keep coming back, and we look forward to playing a lot of games between Brazil and any other team that is part of this. It's our first time to host quite a number of countries. As previously we started with only 4 countries, went up to 5, 6, now we have 8. So like Martin said, we can't take this for granted. We just hope for the best for all of us. Oh, and Josiane comes with the wide. Not sure what she's trying to do with the new batter, who is Lindsay Villas. Let's see. The ball is round and white.
Very true there, Romeo. The social media expands every day and every time, as this tournament now has reached 3 continents. Which is a plus point for Rwanda cricket. Josiane getting her 2nd wicket. Caught Alice. It's not a very interesting walk for batters, having not disturbed the score sheet.
And the new batsman, the new batter for Brazil is Renata de Souza, the opening bowler. Let's see what Josiane has to offer with her last ball of the first over that she's bowling. Oh, we like saying body and soul, but that is a no ball. So Renata is getting a free hit, probably to get off the mark.
opening her account by a very, very good drive through mid-wicket. D'Souza opening her account in style with stepping out, reaching out to the ball, just telling the bowler, I'm here to show you what the Samba girls have. It will be interesting to see the change of culture, the mixture of culture in this tournament. As I said, culture, if you see, I mean, the Rwandan team, we had Ishimwe, and Ishimwe. In the Brazil setup, we have Souza, D'Souza. So we can see how interesting what cricket brings in terms of culture. Change of bowling. It's the fair break. Star Henriette Ishimwe. As I said, Ishimwe. But this is our Henriette.
Wondering the strategies the home captain is trying to use, because she hasn't brought back any bowler. She hasn't brought back any bowler. These are 4 different bowlers, so it brings confusion to the batting side, of course.
Romeo, talking about cultures, the name Ishimwe, is it a traditional name, common name, or yes, what do you have got to tell us about this wonderful name Ishimwe?
Ishimwe, it's a name. It's a Kinyarwanda name, which means like, it's like saying a thank you, not thank you, a thank you. It's like a thank you. You're giving a thank you to someone. That's the whole meaning of the name Ishimwe. Yes, it's like me giving a thank you to ABC. That's literally, I'm giving Ishimwe to so and so. That's the origin of the name.
Eileen D'Souza playing soft hands there through gully for 2. Yes, he has good running. Yes, of course, in between there, as yes, Romeo was talking about the name Ishimwe. In Kiswahili, it's mheshimu. It means respect, which is that's why I said the culture has been brought together in Kwibuka. And also at the same time, you talk about culture. It's one of our commentators' name.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
strategy. So all those strategies brought here makes this game very, very special. You can see the girls are playing very, very good cricket. The match awareness is just awesome from both teams, showing competition, showing dedication, resilience. All those quotes that coaches say, they are here in exhibition. Especially I can take a good note from the keepers who have been outstanding. The stamping has been outstanding. The keeping has been outstanding. Keeping on top, it's something that we also applaud to see. Coaches, well done. Good effort there. The batter trying to hit over the top. The bowler holding her line. Becomes a dot ball as the ball goes to the keeper. To 21 for 2. 21 for 2. 23 for 2 in 5. 23 for 2 in 6 overs. End of power play. Brazil needs 100 runs in 84 balls. The current run rate is 3.8 and the required run rate 7.2. Sunny day. Clouds moving from east to west. If you look at the wind, it is the easterly wind blowing from east to west.
Yeah, and this looks promising for Team Rwanda, as for them they had over 40 runs in the power play at the end of the power play with the loss of only 1 wicket.
Yeah, it's Maji coming on to bowl. Yes, our Shane one. She's developed this skill over the few months. As I told you, she's been so successful with this skill. Very good catch there from the keeper, Sarah Uwera, who was on top. She stayed still. It's not very easy taking catches when you're standing on top. And for her, exhibiting that skill just shows that there's something that they've been working on. And when they do that, definitely the coaches are very happy. Coach Bryson and Leonard, well done. It's not an easy work, but your patience with working with these girls is being exhibited today.
Yeah, talking of patience, yes, it's true. Patience pays. But let's see whether patience will pay Team Rwanda or Team Brazil. They can as well keep their wickets. And if they can play all the overs, anything can happen. It's a cricket game. Yeah, and if you saw what happened in the morning, it started on the off and then the game changed goalposts. And it worked in the batting side, yet it looked like it was for the bowling side. So it's we never call. Yeah, I was gonna say we never say it's over until it's over. So let's see how this ends.
Captain coming in, Roberta Moretti. Roberta Moretti. Interesting names. Interesting names from the Brazilians. As a captain, she opens her account by taking a single on the onside. G to continue with the over. Good hit over the top by Eveline de Souza, looking to step on the pedal and getting closer to 124 runs. With that shot, she gets 2 runs, pushing the score to 26 of 7 overs.
Very good over from Margaret Vumilia. They could only get 3 runs, and she managed to get her wicket as well, her first wicket in her first over. Another wicket down, LBW, and that is Captain Roberta. She got out, that is LBW. And it's Belize Murekatete who was bowling. And the next batter is Nicole Monteiro. It's Nicole who's walking in as the captain departs. Nicole is joining Evelyn de Souza. We're trying to see what Brazil can put on board, as the required rate didn't move so fast. Still 7.7, as the current rate is 3.6. And generally Brazil in the last 5 overs they have lost 4 wickets and only managed to get 11 runs.
Brazil losing their 4th wicket, LBW, to Belize, who comes back for a second spell to bowl her second over. The next batter in is Nicole Cavone. Belize just at the age of 19, looking forward to playing the under 19 tournament in the next 3 months. Playing senior cricket, it's a good sign of its development. I mean, from the Rwanda cricket, catching them young, giving them an opportunity to play at the senior level is the way to go. That was a quick run, very good cricket there. Good ball, played at backward point, pick up and throw, the keeper coming to the stumps, stumping. I think as we go on with the Kwibuka, I think it's something to look at, having the DRS equipment, yes, Romeo, to judge things like LBWs and runouts, as our cricket is as the Rwandan cricket is growing from day to day? Is it something that you should be looking into?
Definitely yes, because I believe everything is work in progress until you're done or you're out. Yeah, everything is work in progress because like the end of the year you will look forward to launching night cricket. So who knows what next year might offer. Before the year ends, we definitely getting an extra cricket oval and the night cricket. So those are 2 in 1. And I believe that's a very good drive all the way to the extra covers, and it's a boundary. It's a boundary for Team Brazil, and that is a shot from none other than Evelyn de Souza. Yeah, like back to what I was saying, night cricket, an extra ground. That's good. That's too positive, and I believe the DRS might be the next move or the second next move. But let's see. We don't know what the future holds. Yeah, but we are looking forward optimistically.
Yeah, I think if you talk about development, you talk about equipment, you talk about infrastructure, yes, development, they all go yes hand in hand. It means that in Rwanda we are getting more players, so we need more facilities in terms of grounds, in terms of looking at player development, player base. It all comes yes hand in hand. After this, Kwibuka, yes, Rwanda cricket will be engaging in elite league, which will involve yes Rwanda best players playing against the best. Maggie coming back. The Shane Warne, who has bagged 34 wickets in a very, very short time with her leggies. They're called leggies or leg spin. Very, very, difficult art to master. But if it works, we've seen Shane Warne, the late Shane Warne, Rashid. We've even had Abdul Kadir on their days. Kumble. Now we have Maggie Vumilia. As also we're talking about stepping out and clearing the infield. D'Souza getting into the mix. Hitting a very well controlled boundary from Vumilia. And as we're talking about names, the meaning of names, Vumilia means patient. Be patient. And spinners is be patient on the line. The batter will make his mistakes. Maybe that's why she's a spinner, Romeo. What do you think? Just from her name. Says a lot about her skills, Romeo.
Yeah.
सीख तो गए, अब तो जाने दो मुझे।
ठहर जाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गई तो कहाँ ढूंढेंगे आपको?
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा का 24/7 कस्टमर सर्विस है। आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवा देंगे।
कल जाने देंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Depending on who's facing the ball, and yeah, I believe it's a risk. The moment you take risks, you are patient enough, and you're waiting for the outcome. So the name matches the actions when it comes to cricket.
Very true there, Romeo. Henrietta comes back for her second spell, and it's nice to see the variety or the change of bowling from the captain. The captain has done so well to keep the Brazilians on check, not getting them to know or getting on top of a bowler by changing bowlers every over. This is a very good, strategy by the Rwandans.
Indeed, it's a very good strategy, and if you look at the scorecard, she has managed to use 5 different bowlers, but no one is repeating the end. So she's creating that kind of confusion. You might think she's using 8 bowlers, sorry. But yeah, she's doing it perfectly, and it's working.
Rwanda cricket is 20 years old, 21 years old. And if you look at development, just another check, sorry. Rwanda cricket is 22 years. It began with humble facilities, with no grounds, just a small little ground that they could work on. But they turn it on. If you listen to the history of Rwanda cricket, when they started, they started quite humbly. They didn't have an office. If you hear, the general manager saying that their office was in his car. They used to meet sometimes in a small stage as they planned, strategy, building Rwanda cricket. So yes, Rwanda cricket has grown by every step, and we are very, very happy to see that now the country that was very, very humble in beginnings in cricket has now grown to a facility of 3 grounds. The 3rd ground is under construction, which means that the growth of Rwanda cricket we can pinpoint, and we can really, really see the value in development of cricket in Rwanda. Muhawe coming in for a second spell and getting the wicket of Nicole skying the ball to covers and a catch being taken. Brazil losing their 5th wicket for 43 runs in the 10th over. Next coming in is Laura De Silva. Very competitive side. Brazil is very competitive. They're not holding back. They're playing their own cricket. When I spoke to the captain, he said, "We are here to play our own cricket. It doesn't matter what we see, but it is important for us to play our own cricket. And then after playing our own cricket, then we can definitely see how we can improve with, the strategies that we've seen." Very, very good attitude there from the captain.
Indeed, that's a very good way of looking at the cricket game, especially. It's a matter of perspectives, because anything can change within 1 over. That's about 6 deliveries. Anything can change. Things can change, as a ball can get you as many as 6 runs, or even a dot, which is as good as 0. And that's a wide, but the keeper manages to get the ball and keep it in her hands to avoid runs in between wickets. And yeah, it's the required rate is getting higher. It's now 8.5 that is required, as the current is less than a half. Many dots as per the look of things, and they badly need boundaries to win this, and as Team Rwanda needs to save a lot of boundaries. If they save boundaries, they win the game.
Coming into ball again, Mohawe Nimana Immaculée, bending her back, making sure that there's nothing given to the Brazilians. Hitting the wicket, bowling in line of the stumps for no room at all. Josiane, her nickname is Mosquito. Small, big heart with a very, very strong bite. When a mosquito bites you, you feel it. That's what she's all about. She works hard for her wickets. She works hard in her training, her bowling. Very, very good attitude as a pace bowler. She's grown from strength to strength and by skill to skill. She doesn't give you nothing for you to work on, which is her strength coming into the Rwanda national team. And she pitches up this time. The fielders are on their bike. The fielders are on their bike. Well stopped. Good chase by Alice Belize and the captain. It's nice to see them, yes, working in a pack, working together, calling, hunting together, hunting in partnership, and chasing the ball, the three of them, which is very, very good to see the commitment from the Rwandan team. The next batter in, Laura Akhada. Evelyn D'Souza keeping strong. "18 runs off 29 balls. Margaret to continue. She bowls short. The sweeper doing the cleaning up, which is the Aka Mosquito, very determined young athlete from the Rwanda cricket, water player.
Martin, are you thinking what I'm thinking? It looks like the captain communicated to the batters that she needs them to hit out or get out, because they are skying every ball. They are taking their chances, but the But Team Rwanda looks to also be with another strategy. Which is to limit them from getting a lot of boundaries. Yeah, but anyway, go.
I like their commitment here, Romeo. The batters are trying to get every single run to try, and get closer to 124 scored by Rwanda. The brothers and the Brazilians are free-spirited cricketers here, not leaving anything behind, trying to get every single run. They know that they have the ability, they know that they have a chance. They came a long, long way, so I don't think they have anything to lose, but just go out there and express themselves, as we saw in their bowling and batting.
भारती जी, फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है। अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे। इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फौरन कैसे जाएंगे।
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
As I said, Evelyn D'Souza is rotating the strike very, very well, with Akhada De Silva in support. I like the running in between all through this tournament. Good awareness, good running, good backing up, pick and throw. Everything, yes, is just spot on, and good backup again. Again, Aka Mosquito moving to her left with a lot of agility there, backing up. I like her energy. Romeo, so what do you have to say about Tias Mosquito's energy?
No, it's generally young blood, because on average for Team Rwanda, it's 20 years old on average. If you look at general, and I think the team, that's a good shot, and it goes all the way, and it's another boundary from Laura da Silva. Yeah, like I was saying, I believe we have the average is 20 years old, and we have very many other 19 players, which is about 6, if I'm not mistaken, 6 players part of the under 19. So that tells you how energetic they are and how hungry they are for the game and their future of the game. They are still young in cricket, and the future is bright, definitely.
Very true there, Romeo. Looking at where we are, definitely it's 20 years. In 20 years, if you look at the team that is playing here for real, it is 20 years. If you look at the people who have been, the players who are playing here are players that when Rwanda cricket was being founded, they were just 1 year old or just been born. And that is the growth that, yes, Rwanda has had. It's looking at the development of Rwanda cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was just talking about the growth of Rwanda cricket, where Rwanda cricket has come from, we've been joined by our guests today on the mic, Mr. Charles Haber, the founder, the engineer of Rwanda cricket. One man who has seen Rwanda grow, Rwanda start. Family man, businessman, a leader. We talk about the growth of Rwanda cricket, somebody who has grown with Rwanda cricket and still playing cricket and still loves cricket. He is still the captain, he's never stopped leading. He's still the captain of the oldest team in this Rwanda cricket called Abakambwe, which he leads, he guides, he protects, he loves. That is just a sign of a leader. Mr. Haber is welcome to the commentary box.
Good afternoon, Martin. Very kind words coming from you. How are you?
Most welcome, Charles. You've done a lot to see cricket grow here in Rwanda. It's all this joy and fun. Well bowled there by Alice. All this fun that you're having here, it's someone who thought about cricket. Talking about cricket, Mr. Haber, the morning game, did it send, some jitters to you?
It was a fantastic advert for the game of cricket. It's never over till it's over. And you can actually see signs of that in this afternoon's game, because the Rwandan team seems to be letting loose a little bit. I think that's what in the morning game Uganda did. They really had Kenya, and it was Uganda's game to lose, but that sixth wicket partnership sort of blew things away. And in the last 2 overs, Kenya kept imagining that they would be able to do it until eventually they did it. If you look at this afternoon's game as well, Brazil will feel that they can get over the line. Rwanda feels that they are firmly in control. Mathematically, it's possible for Brazil to still win this. So let's see how it goes. But Martin, again, just a little bit away from the morning game and this afternoon game. Personally, it's very humbling that you're having such a beautiful atmosphere with all these countries, guys coming from South America, from Europe to play Kwibuka. It's quite satisfying.
Yeah, very true. Very, very humbling words from a cricketer, from a pioneer who's brought a lot of love. And I think that love is being exhibited by the players who are playing out there on the field. Just looking at the weather, definitely it's something to be proud of. I think, good weather brings good cricket, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Perfect weather for cricket. The sun, however, might be having its toll on the fielders. You can see from the body language that they've started to slow down a little bit. But fantastic all-round weather. The shadows are coming out nicely. The batters are beginning to enjoy it. The fielders are beginning to wear out. But generally very nice weather for cricket. Nice to watch. electric atmosphere out here.
Being a captain, 5 hours to go. Would you deploy a spinner?
All the games that you've seen throughout the tournament thus far, we're only in day 2, but you can see that all the teams struggle a little bit with the slower bowlers. You can easily see that because the slower bowlers are allowed to have quite a bit of precision. So you can see that you will have better chances with your slower, more effective bowlers, especially if they get their lengths and lines right. You've hardly seen any extras being bowled by the slower bowlers. So I would definitely consider the slower ones, of course, with the exception of Henriette Ishimwe, who's carrying on her Dubai form. She seems to be mean. It's quite, I think the girls have found it a little bit difficult. The Brazilians have found it a little bit difficult to score off her. And she's I don't think she's even conceding anything above 2, because less than 2, she's going at less than 2 and over. It's her last over, and definitely very big asset to the Rwandan team, Henriette Ishimwe.
So looking at the skill power that has grown from strength to strength, definitely yes, looking back 20 years down the line, I'm sure you are one man who has seen Rwanda grow by every step, as our slogan and our motto, growing by every step. It's looking at 5 years from now. Yes, what do you see from Rwanda cricket as a nation and as a cricket fraternity?
Very satisfying, Martin. The Rwandan women's team is a very balanced side. You have the experience that's been brought on board by the likes of Katia and Sarah, and then you have sheer raw young talent from the likes of Belize, Giselle, and that crew, who are all under 18. So it's nicely balanced, and also playing a pivot role in the team. They're not just escorting the others. So I think the future is quite bright, considering there is a very fine balance, and the way they are all individually contributing, the senior players and the younger ones. It literally comes in to emphasize that you're growing with every step, as our slogan states. Earlier on, I was talking about Henriette's bowling.
कितने पैसे चाहिए?
पैसा नहीं, इज्जत। मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में। आप एक्सपर्ट हो, सिखाओ।
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे?
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा।
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Counting every single ball, looking at every stat. As I said before, yes, that is a role, yes, of a leader, knowing what it takes to be on top there. Yes, looking at Rwanda ladies playing this tournament, would you be happy to carry the trophy home?
Obviously, it would be nice if it remained here. It's one tournament that has been elusive. That has been elusive for the hosts, but again, at the same time, one tournament that all, especially our neighboring countries, always look forward to. But the team has grown from strength to strength. The quality is quite good. They bat quite deep. The girls bat fairly deep. One particular player who has impressed me with her bat is Sarah Uwera, the former captain. She was quite slow. She was quite didn't pick up her runs fairly quickly, yet she's a top order batsman. from the way she started yesterday and the way she played today, you can see she's expressing herself a little bit more aggressively. That's very important for the team, that you have a rollicking start.
Yeah, that's I mean, very true. Today we had a debutant, Mr. Harbour, and she was a left-hander. One thing that you can say in skills, you talked about skill, but today we are very happy to see a left-hander. Were you happy? Did it make you look back and see the development that has come through? Is it something that you'd be happy with in your team, especially our Kambo as well, having a diversity of skill, and now the girls having it?
Particularly to her, you could see even by the time she came into bat, she was intent on scoring from the get-go. Back to my earlier point about depth, it means the future is very bright, but also it's hard work pays, and I think hats off to the RCA development team and the coaches across the entire country who are scouting and raising and honing players from up north in Chinera, in the west in Rubavu, all over the country, getting talent. It's a good job, and congratulations to RCA and whoever is involved in the development of players. Yeah.
67 for 7, 56 runs required from less than 19 balls. Vumilia coming in, and Brazilians just look to play through the overs now. They feel that the feeling out here is maybe just play through. Very well bowled there, very good keeping there from Sarah Wera, who Harbour has really talked highly about. Skills, execution and development has been spot on. If there's one thing, Mr. Harbour, you'd change in the last 20 years that you've seen cricket grow, yes, in Rwanda, what would it be?
One thing that I would change?
Yes, something that would change positively. I mean, looking at the work of 20 years, if there's something you'd change. If you ask me 20 years if something would have changed, maybe I would have bowled more bounces, but I couldn't. But 20 years along the line, if I look back, maybe I would have been more effective bowling one bouncer in an over, right? To just add, I mean, the 3/4 line. So if there's one thing you change positively, is what it would be, both playing and maybe just in sports in general, not just cricket, but we are talking about sports in Rwanda.
I think there's, starting with cricket, there's quite a lot that has, we've come from quite far, so there's hardly anything in particular I can point towards, apart from saying that, there are steps in the right direction. I think an 8th wicket falls there to Rwanda, which is a step in the right direction. I think the numbers are changing now, Martin. But I think it will be very, very nice for all sports to be able to attract fans from other sports. So basically, to get rugby guys to come to cricket games, to come to golf activities, to get basketball guys to would be a huge step in the right direction. direction that we have.
67 for 7. 74 for 8. 18th over, the 17th over going on. Belize comes back. As I said, Belize will be also featured in our under 19 squad, and these are just the development that is really being seen, that at under 19 you are already involved in the senior team. It shows the base of the youngsters, the next generation, being tapped early and being given opportunity. Mr. Harbour, do you fancy opportunity?
Yes, opportunity, and back to the example we talked about Henriette earlier on. She's had a fantastic game today. She's just come back from Dubai where she played the fair break and had a good opportunity there, took full advantage of it. Earlier in the, I think last year, you did have, again, Giselle from the team today go out to India at the academy with the Rwandan keeper and top order batsman Didier. You also have
फैंटेसी अखाड़ा में विदेश जाने का भी चांस है. अब सुनो, हम आपको जाने देंगे. इतना सिखा दीजिए कि हम फॉरेन कैसे जाएंगे.
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का
असली अखाड़ा.
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है. कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें.
You had the chance of playing 3 World Cups, if my memory serves me right, and playing in different parts of the world, and it's that opportunity that you are given that has made you the coach and the individual that you are today.
I forgot about that stats. But I really thank you for flashing it back, and it's refreshing. It's called sometimes. Of course, your captain has got to call you back when you don't expect to bowl, and I think that is your nature, Charles. It's looking at the social media, Mr. Charles. Now the total viewers. Now it's 1,666. That brings joy to you. Looking at where you actually started the game and now, whereby there was no social media. If you didn't come, you didn't see. If you're not there, you didn't see. If you came, you saw. But here you can find out and see. Does it give you joy from where Rwanda cricket is?
I think that alone also speaks to opportunity. I think earlier today I was checking, and Kwibuka T20 was top trending hashtag. The world is evolving, the game is evolving. You shouldn't be left behind. So social media is a big thing. We're watching the game live on YouTube. It's being watched all over the world. Sky is the limit, and that's also growth. That's growth. In our times, you'd be very lucky if you'd get 2 minutes of airtime on TV, if at all. Today, you can watch live cricket. So it's something that needs to be seized with both hands. Yeah.
72 for 8 with 2 overs to go. I say the young Josiane coming back, as I said, a very lion-hearted pace bowler for Rwanda cricket, coming into bowl. Mr. Charles, today we had a young girl making a debut. Would you remember, yes, your debut when you start playing cricket? Do you remember, yes, how you felt? Do you remember, yes, which type of shoes you wore with your debut? Do you remember the type of trouser you are wearing? Do you remember maybe the type of shirt that now we are happy to see you in a Rwandan sparkling shirt? Do you remember the shirt that you had when you first played your first game, Mr. Harper?
When we started playing cricket, you actually didn't own anything. So if you were lucky to have shoes, they had to be for the whole team. If you were lucky to have a shirt, you know, after batting, you had to go out and give that shirt to somebody else, and same would apply naturally to the other equipment, the gloves, the bats, you know. So there was nothing personal. You could not even own a guard. Yeah, so we've come such a long way. So if you had to ask me, do I remember what I had? And I probably remember what we had as a team, because the clothes, shoes, and everything were for the whole team. So to see players today, everyone with their own personal kit, and it's really humbling. Martin, tumetoka mbali.
So very, very good testimony there. What catches me is if you look at the players that yes, walked through the path, I can imagine you sharing a pair of shoes with Taga. If he was going next, yes, what was the strategy there, Mr. Charles? And you have to share shoes.
In 1993, I had to lend my shoes to somebody who was almost 2 sizes bigger than me. And I remember may his soul rest in peace, Henry was his name, and he was an explosive batsman. He only put on, I think, less than 20 runs in that particular school's game, and he came out and complained to the coach that Haba has given me baby shoes, and I was blamed in that particular game. So the same stories are told of our own cricket here. You can imagine sharing a guard with some of are a lot bigger than you. One particular player that comes to my mind is Emma, who has always been big all his life. And you can imagine he was on the same team with a gentleman called Bob at one point. And one batsman is going in, another batsman is going out. And you have to change the guard and give it. And so you can imagine at that age and size, and you have to switch guards. Because of our sizes also, sometimes you'd have to bat in keeping gloves. Sorry, in keeping pads.
That is where we've come from. The Cricket Rwanda has come from a community-based equipment sharing to a personally based way of playing. Now they have uniform. Everybody has a pair of shoes. It shows that the development of Rwanda cricket has grown from strength to strength. Just looking at now, we can even stream live matches and enjoy. That is a glorious shot for 4 runs by Mahri.
Something very nice about women's cricket, Martin. You just saw the way she celebrated that 4. It's like she was on 99. She's really enjoying herself, and I think that's what matters so much. You know, in the game there can only be one winner, but it's also very, very important that you enjoy your game, your time out there in the middle.
Yes, Charles, when she played that shot, I could see smiles, I could see expression. What have you got to say about Brazilian cricket? They've played well. What do you think about them, having come yes all the way and seeing them play today?
Brazil is a country of more than 200 million people. To have, especially the point you raised earlier around our social media, this social media age, you can imagine even if just 10% of that population is watching the girls enjoy themselves, it'd be you know, huge, fantastic advert for the game. So to see the Brazilians, first of all, even just being able to make it this far out, you know, I was speaking to one of the officials earlier. It took them 12 hours to fly into Addis. They spent a night there. That's 24 hours, yeah, 32 hours, and then another about 2 hours to get here. You know, almost 36 hours to come down and play cricket. It's huge. It's highly commendable. It's really fantastic advert for the game of cricket. The extents that we go through to be able to play the game that we love. You know, it's really fantastic. And thanks to the ICC, thanks to RCA for giving the girls an opportunity.
Mohawe coming back at the tail end of the innings, bowling the last over, finishing the last over there, and it's just commendable for Brazilians, even just to bat, the 20 overs against a spirited Rwandan attack. So I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you very much, Haba, for joining us. If you can give us a parting shot, we'll really, really appreciate.
Thank you, Martin and the entire commentary team. Congratulations, Team Rwanda, for winning their first game of the tournament. Brazil have really entertained us, and I wish RCA and the organizers a fantastic tournament. Look forward to the next several days to have a good time. Thank you.